Hello, everyone. So we're back again with the challenge. We're at season 38, episode 16. Last time we had Amber and Chauncey going home. They lost pretty badly. So I think that is the last of the obviously trash players in the game. Pretty much everyone else that's left has some sort of edge. But they also have weaknesses. Mariah, she got stamina, I suppose, but she's dumb. And both her and Fessy don't talk much. I don't mean like they don't talk much to each other. I mean in general, they don't have much to say. So when it comes and their relationship is not that good. So when it comes to working together, it's just not gonna go in any way or the other. If she was smarter, she could at least take charge a little bit, and Fessy can at least follow her because he can at least count on her to know what she's doing. But that's not the situation, and he can't lead either because his leadership style is pretty much just get frustrated and yell at someone. So just it doesn't work. Then you got Jordan and Anissa. Anissa, I mean, I've said it so much, but at this point, I mean, people keep saying, oh, don't underestimate Anissa. Anissa is really good. It's just like she's fat and lazy. She's fat and lazy, and she's always been that kind of person. The only reason she wasn't fat in the beginning seasons was because, well, her metabolism was better and she didn't have to put in as much effort. So it wasn't as obvious. But if you see her through, I mean, they even showed a little flashback, I think in this episode, of her seasons, and you can see her just slowly getting a little bit heavier as it goes along. And yeah, just endurance, which is a major thing in the final, she doesn't have it. And every final that she's ever lost is come down to that. She either quits or she can't move fast enough. And let's say with Bananas and Nany, I would say Nany is good at some things. I think the only way she shined this season is because the girls she's gone up against are pretty trash. So I don't know. She's not good enough to win anything on her own or with a decent partner. So I don't see her winning. Who else do we have? We have Tori and Devin. Solid team. That's a solid team. They have enough advantages where they can make up for their weaknesses. Who's left? Is that everyone? Seems like everyone. All right. So, oh wait. There's Horacio and Olivia. I would say the weakness on that team is Olivia. She doesn't bring anything that Horacio doesn't have, and so it's kind of redundant, and he can do it better than her. So there's no real team synergy, I would think, but they can possibly win. The only problem is puzzles. I think their biggest weakness is puzzles, which is where Devin and Tori can probably keep up with them because Tori can keep up with Olivia or probably do better than her. And they can only move as fast as their slowest member. So it's going to be Olivia. So when it comes to the physical portion, Tori and Devin is going to keep up with them. And then when it comes to the puzzles, it's going to blow them out of the water. So they're not going to be able to win, really. But they might have a good shot depending on how things turn out. It could be just the kind of puzzle that they can actually do. So who knows? All right. So we come to this episode and you can see right away, people are starting to notice the fact that Bananas hasn't gone into elimination at all the entire season. I believe, was he the only one that hasn't been? I think he was the only one that hasn't been in an elimination. Because I think Tori and Devin has been in, Tori and Devin has been like the first was it the first or second elimination? One of those. So they have been in elimination. So it's just Bananas. And people are starting to notice that, and they're starting to pick up on it, and they're starting to think about getting rid of him. But Tori, on the other hand, wants to target what is his name? Fessy. Wants to target Fessy and Mariah. I don't know why. Well, they said it's because they won the mini final, and that was no. Just no. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. They're not as big of a threat as Mariah and as Nani and Bananas. They're just not. Just ridiculous. All right, so I'm going to skip a lot of this nonsense. They did a lot of talking. We get to the daily challenge, and it is a memory competition. So what they have to do is there's like an ice bucket in the middle of the challenge, and there's a couple of obstacle courses. They're going to start in the middle, and they're going to go off two different directions. One partner is going to run to the puzzle station. One partner is going to run to the puzzle station. The other one is going to run to the other puzzle station. One puzzle station has a kind of a wall and a little curtain you kind of stick your hand through, and on the other side of that is going to be the solution to the puzzle, and it's going to be a bunch of boxes, and you can only just feel them with your hand. You can't really see it, so you have to kind of memorize that and then run back to the other side, and they're going to both dump into the ice bucket and tell their partner what they felt on the other side. All right, so it's going to be like this. So I'm starting there. This is the bucket. I'm going to run different directions. All right, I believe this side is where they're going to assemble the puzzle. This side is when they're going to figure out what the puzzle is. And in the middle there's a wall with some sand on the ground that they have to dig below to get below the wall. All right. So that's pretty much the challenge. From the editing, you couldn't really tell who was really winning, because they all kind of seem to be doing pretty bad. Mariah and Fessy were doing horrendous, because he was talking way too goddamn fast, trying to describe what the puzzle is, and she was just like, she couldn't get her shit together. She was flustered, and you can see her brain just stopped working for a good decent while. And yeah, that was not a good sign. Horacio and Olivia, I couldn't really tell if they were doing good. It didn't seem like they were doing good, to be honest. But they were in there. But I think it came down to Bananas and Nani and Devin and Tori. And in the end, Devin and Tori was the ones to win it. All right. All right, so they won. All right, so now that Devin and Tori won, they're kind of split both ways. Devin wants to get rid of Bananas, because Bananas has won 7 times. He doesn't want to take him to a final. And Tori wants to get rid of goddamn Fessy and Mariah. God, their names, man. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why they keep thinking that he's such a big threat. I mean, he's a threat in an elimination because he's such a big dude. But in the finals, it's not going to be a direct freaking head-to-head banger. Like, what? He's not a threat to anyone in a final. He's the best person to take to a final because he's pretty much as strong as his partner is going to be. So it's not a big concern. I don't understand that. You're much better off getting rid of Bananas and Nani, but I don't know, man. These people, like every time I see these shows, like these folks just go after these superficial things where they're like, oh, that makes that person a big threat. In what? A fight? You're not gonna fight them. Just stupid. Right? So Devin and Tori won. A lot of back and forth. They goddamn. I don't. I guess I blocked this part out. This Devin in a suit thing. I don't. He looks like a 17-year-old that's just had his first job interview. I like what the hell? The shirt is oversized. The suit is oversized. He's trying to look relaxed, but yet professional. I don't even know what this is, man. All right. So, God damn it. Mariah just went full drag queen. What is this? I know she caked on the makeup because her face is all damaged up from probably all the work she had done, but this is just full drag at this point. God damn it. And the puffed up lips, like, I'll get a little Adam's apple there too. God damn. That's a transformation. All right. So everyone is deliberating back and forth as to where they're going to go with. This shouldn't be popping up on my screen, man. Come on. Like I'm. If I didn't know, I wouldn't think this was a natural woman. I'm just, wow. And she's young too, but god damn, bro, that is a tragedy. So I think the choices came down between Bananas and Nani, and oh, there it is. So as you can see up here, they have Anissa and Jordan first, Olivia and Horacio, Mariah and Fessel, and Nani and Bananas. I don't think they really had a choice. I mean, who else could they have chosen that they didn't choose? Oh yeah, no, I think that's everyone, because there's only like 5 teams left, right? So that's pretty much everyone. All right, so they kind of had to choose. So they freaking I think what they wanted to do was they're trying to get both Bananas and Nani and Fessy and Mariah both in the elimination at the same time. So they had Horacio and Olivia promised to save Jordan and Anissa in the draw, and vice versa. And they had everyone else that they are targeting. They have them promise to save Jordan and Anissa because they're like best friends with this one, Tori. So that's pretty much their plan right there. The whole goddamn interrogation scenes don't freaking matter. I always skip them. And then oh my God. And then the club scenes are even worse and more pointless. It's just another venue for them to have same old conversations about nothing. And they're a lot older now, so they don't freaking get drunk and as crazy as they used to. So yeah, I hate that I'm doing this, but it's getting worse. It's getting worse. What is going on with her face? Is she just not taking off the past makeup and she's just caking on more? This is, I don't want to keep harping on this, but like, what is wrong with people today? She definitely needs some kind of psychiatric help, and she's pretty much crying out for it. Like, that's got to be a sign of mental illness. I mean, that's how they come up with the character for the Joker. Like, You know he's mentally ill because all the shit is on his face. Uh, so Bananas is kind of worried that uh, that Devin is trying to backstab him or something like that, and he is pretty much trying to do that. Fessy's saying a bunch of stuff about, oh, I've never put you in or any stuff like that. I've never targeted you guys. It's like, which makes no sense. He's always gone after bigger targets. And if they were a big target in his eyes, he would have taken a shot at them. But they have too many friends and they've never been in a position where he's felt they're a big threat to him. So that's the only reason he hasn't put them in, not because he's trying to protect them or doing them a favor. So that's a pointless argument. All right, so get a look at the elimination. All right, so you see the elimination there. See these ropes going up there with little studs on it. Then both sides. So what's going to happen is on each thing, there's going to be a partner here and a partner on the other side, and the same thing on this one. And what they're going to do, they're going to have three sticks that they're going to use to climb up this thing. So they're going to put a stick here, here, then another one here, then another one here, then take out the one from here, and then put it back up here, and keep going until they reach to the top. So it's basically a balance sort of thing, and both partners have to reach the top in order to win. All right. So when it comes to choose someone to go directly into the elimination, Devin and Tori chose Fessy and Mariah. Why? That is so dumb. Why are they so threatened by Fessy? He is absolute garbage. It's like he's big, and the only time he wins is when things are in his favor. When he has a huge advantage, he dominates, because otherwise he'll suck even worse than he already does. He's not that good. It's just, I mean, when you see him do good, he's at an advantage. When you see him do mediocre or below, it's like embarrassing. It's literally, I remember there was a team challenge where they had to like drink and like shoot a slingshot, and the other team literally had to help him because they felt sorry for him. Like, that's how garbage he is. Like, are you just insane to me? All right, so they chose Fessy and Mariah to go directly in, and then it came to pull in the daggers. The first one to pull the dagger was Johnny Bananas and Nani. They didn't pull the safe dagger. Second one, Horatio and Olivia, they pulled the safe dagger, and they chose to save Jordan and Anissa. So either way, they still got the teams that they wanted going into elimination, which is Nani and Bananas going against Fessy and Mariah. All right. If it was a different competition, I would be excited for it. But like, as soon as I saw it was going to be like a balance thing where Fessy doesn't have an advantage, I'm like, it's not even going to be entertaining to watch. It's going to be sad. And guess what? It was freaking sad. Everyone struggled. They kept dropping because the sticks, like it gave you barely any room for error. So it was just like literally just barely just hanging on to the studs a little bit. And if you swing just a little bit and it just slides to the side, it's falling down. So and when they're going up, when they get high enough and they start shaking a little bit and they're trying to reach back to get the last one, when there's no pressure on those sticks, they move a little bit more. So, and the rope is swaying. So you're trying to reach back to get the last one, you're probably going to drop it. So that made it a little bit challenging. I don't think Fessy got within 3 rungs up. Like he did the first 3 rungs, 1 stick, another stick, 3rd stick, falls. 1 stick, another stick, 3rd stick, falls. Like he didn't get any kind of altitude. He didn't go past his own body height off the ground. It was garbage. So it basically just came down, and Mariah wasn't any better. So it basically just came down to freaking Johnny and Nani, and they were dropping left and right. They had so much room for error, and in the end, Bananas got up there. Then Nani eventually got all the way up to the top, dropped one of the sticks, and she had to go all the way back down. And she started out from the beginning once again, and still got all the way back up there before Mariah and fucking Fessy got any sort of traction. It was hot garbage. Even if Fessy didn't suck, Mariah couldn't get to the top either. I just, yeah, this was disappointing. Very disappointing. But the teams that are left, I would say the win comes down to Devin and Tori and Bananas and Nani. It could be an upset with Horacio, but I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't bet on it. But we'll see until that next time, because next time it's going to be the final. So till next time.